We've been to the auctions again, and today I'm going to show you what £2,000 buys you. Now, my gut feeling is this car's worth £5.5 grand to sell, so that could be a potential £3.5 grand profit if there's nothing wrong with it. So before I get my hopes up too much, let's have a good look round it and see if it's any good, shall we? It's an Alfa Romeo 159 diesel. It's done 71,000 miles and it's a 2010, so it's 15-year-old. But just look at that. That's a real eyeful, isn't it? Just look at size at front calipers on front. That's nice and clean, isn't it? Just look at these seats. They're like a Recaro style, aren't they? Lovely steering wheel. And look at this. We've got a diesel car with a turbo gauge. It really is a nice place to be in here, isn't it? Right, let's get some welly and see if it's any good, shall we? Into second, up into third. It's not blowing any smoke out back, which is rare for a diesel. Into fifth. The clutch, the gearbox and the steering on it feels fantastic. It feels like a little go-kart. And these Recaro style seats, they hold you in really well. They're a bit like what you used to get in the Sierra Cosworths, where you've got a real tight lumbar on you and they hold you in pretty firm. And your head as well. They really do feel nice. Now these are heated as well, these seats. And looking on eBay, the seats alone for these TI 159s are fetching 500 quid. The calipers are fetching £300 and the wheels are fetching 500 quid. You know, these cars, even to break, are fetching good money. They really are. Now, like I said, I think this might be worth £5.5 grand because these Alfa Romeos do get a bit of a following. They're not like your standard Vauxhall Insignia SRIs, even though this has got the Insignia SRI engine, which, to be fair, shouldn't be a bad engine at 71,000 miles, should it? Right, let's get it some boot and get it up to temperature and make sure it's not boiling over, and we'll check that the heater's getting hot. I really am wondering whether this has been remapped, you know, because it goes like the absolute clappers. There's no way this is 170 brake horsepower. It feels more like 210. Woohoo! Now this is the only car, and you'll have to correct me in the comments, that I know of, diesel-wise, that's got a turbo gauge. A diesel car with a turbo gauge. Quite good, isn't it? But yeah, it feels nice and tight. And I could drive it for hours. The seating position's absolutely lovely. It's like, it just feels like a little pocket rocket, even though it's a saloon car. You feel as though you could throw it anywhere. It really does feel fantastic. It really does. So we're 30 minutes in and everything up to now feels fine. There's no unwanted noises. The temperature gauge is halfway. That's holding at 90 degrees. The heaters are getting hot. It's not overheating, no head gasket problems. Seems too good to be true, especially for an Alfa Romeo, doesn't it? Now, what I usually tend to find is, when I'm buying cars out at auction, there's always something wrong with them. That's usually why people get rid of them, part exchange them in with a main dealer, and they end up in the auction for the likes of me to buy. But this seems okay. So what we'll do in a minute, we'll pull over, we'll have a good look round it, and we'll see what it's like from outside, shall we? Wow, just look at that. That is a hell of a lot of car for £2 grand, isn't it? Have a look at the back tyres, they're about halfway. The rear disc brakes, they're not very old, they look brand new them. It's even got red calipers. The wheels aren't in bad condition. They've been curbed, but all the rest of it doesn't look too bad. You look down the side, look, just look at that. There's not a mark on it. I know it's mucky. Just look at that. It really is an eyeful, isn't it? Look at the size of the calipers on the front. They're absolutely massive. It's the front that does it for me on these 159s. They just look so aggressive. They look absolutely amazing. Let's have a look under bonnet, see what it's like under there. You've even got Alfa Romeo aluminium pedals. There's the heated seats. Let's have a look under here, because I'm still thinking there must be some sort of catch. There must be something wrong with it. We've just got to find it, haven't we? That's all straight. Looks original panels. There's no oil leaks. In the service history, it's had its cam belt done 10,000 miles ago. But as you can see, this is the same diesel engine as the Vauxhall Insignia 2 litre CDTI, what they put in the Astras as well. Yeah. It's a straight car. Let's get back into it and see if we can find anything wrong with it. It really does feel like a bit of a steal to me, this car. It's got a full service history, the cam belt's been done, it's got a full MOT on it. It really does feel like I've stole it. It really does. I mean, the seats, the condition and everything, it's incredible. But for some reason, people just watch these Alfas go through auction and they don't touch them because they've got such a bad reputation for breaking down. So fingers crossed, we don't break down. We'll get it back, we'll have a look on the trader, we'll see what they're selling for, and fingers crossed, we're going to make a big profit on this car, because I think it's worth £5.5 grand. I really do, especially in its condition. Let's get back and see what it's worth. Right, so we've made it back okay. Absolutely over the moon with it. No problems whatsoever. It's all about money. So what we need to do now, let's get on that Auto Trader, see what it's worth to sell. 2450.09 with 111. Now this has only done 71 and it's a 2 litre. That's a 10 plate with 120. 11 plate, 101. Now they're creeping up now, look. That's similar to ours. Now that's a petrol, so it's not similar to ours. That's a 59 plate, 125 for 47. The good ones are these, do hold the money well. 10 plate with 84, that's our car. Now that's 5 grand. And then we've got a 59 with 62, that's the 1800 petrol. That's 5 grand. And then we're going up to 7,150 for a 10 plate with 100,000. There's no wonder he's got offers welcome. Right, so from looking on there, I reckon it's 49.95, which to be fair, I did say 5 grand. So if you did enjoy this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos of me going to the auction and taking a gamble and nearly getting my fingers burnt, press the subscribe button and hit that bell icon, because that'll tell you when I've bought my next car. I'll see you later.